Hi guys. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, and very welcome to the channel. To the channel. Yeah. We are going to. It's day 7, and we are going to perform all three operations. So, like, is it good to say operations? No, it's not operation. Basically, all we are going to follow the same process that we are following since starting. Yeah, since beginning. So first we will start with the reading part, and then vocab learning, whatever vocabs will be in the paragraph, and then we will go for speaking part, and then finally we are going to perform the BBC 6 minutes BBC learning listening part. Yeah. So yesterday I connected with a, yeah. So now I already told you I'm using mostly PeerUp, not mostly, like whenever I'm using a AI application, then using PeerUp for practice purpose. And yesterday I have few elite passes where you can connect with any particular gender. So for example, if you are a male, you can connect with female. If It's your choice maybe. But if you are like if you are not, you do not have elite pass, or so they've created financial model, or you can say, so where if you are choosing elite pass, but sometimes they are providing, if you are practicing there, then they will provide you elite pass. So they provided me few elite passes, so I just utilized one. So I'm also a man, so I connected with woman, woman, a girl, yeah. So I had a discussion, I guess 1 hour or something. Like, she was a gym trainer at Bengaluru. So yeah, normal discussion happened, and she was telling like most of, even I wasn't aware, but she told me the reality of peer app. Like, most of the peoples are using it as a dating app. So okay, I said okay, got it. So she asked me like, why, what brings you here, why are you using this application? I told you, I told her, not you. So I told her like, I'm using it for my English communication improvement, and yeah, that's only the purpose why I'm using. So I told the same story too, and then I asked about gym and all, like, I'm not getting weight, and what is the process to gain weight? Then she was asking, she can tell me based on my BMR. So I just guessed, it's, is it body mass ratio? And then I told her body mass ratio, but she wasn't sure. She told like, maybe first to discuss with dietitian, and accordingly start uh, taking diet as per their plan. So that will be the more beneficial. And I believe she is not a gym trainer, but uh, basically trainings. She provides training to women's to lose weight. She was 104 kg weight, and she lost around, now her weight is 167 kg, I believe. So my memory is little sharp. No, it's not sharp, but yeah, I remember it. So yeah, our discussion was around it only. And yeah, we normally discussed and all. Then it was time to have dinner. So I have to go out for dinner. So I said like, okay, well, I have to drop off, and then we disconnected. So that's the story of peer app. Yeah. So it's like, people are yeah, people are using it as a dating app, but I'm not using it as a dating app. Yeah, so I'm just using it for practice purpose, and I don't have time daily to basically use it to have to practice. And it's better I'll practice directly with AI. I don't have to waste time introduction and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's good if you are connecting and your purpose is to learn English. And it depends. Like, for example, before that, like, I connected with another girl, and yeah, don't take me wrong, but I connected. So obviously I have passed, so elite passes, and there is a timeline, like you can use it within, you like, you will get for 1 hour or around something. So I connected with another girl, and she was uh, 12th student. No, I believe, yeah, she was planning to for great bachelor's. So I said, and in basically in IT field. So I said, okay, maybe you can, if it's your like, if you are basically passionate about computers and programs, then you can go for it. And I think half an hour discussions happened, and I was yeah. So that's all for that's all the story of Europe. And today I am little, I got little bit of fever. Is it okay to say I got little bit of fever, or basically I'm feeling a little bit unwell. So yeah, once I came from gym, maybe energy loss or I don't know. So yeah, first I was not planning to go gym, but go to gym. But then I just thought like if you will basically if you will skip like this, it's not going to help you, and you will be scared of going gym and what people will think, like you'll uh, about body and all. But you have to defeat your fears, then only you can change your attitude. I We already discussed yesterday, right? The value of attitude, not value of I'm learning the book that is nothing but I'm just going to promote it again. It's not promotion, basically no one has given me for promotion. I'm just telling you, like I just started reading this attitude is everything. And here, like if you are reading books instead of watching reels, I'm like typical motivational speaker or what? So yeah, it's a benefit. It's You are going to get something from the books. So I just completed lesson 2. You are a human. You are a human magnet. If you see, you will see. But yeah, it's like it will be some you will see it in a flipped way. I don't know how to fix that. So, and I'm not it's not my plan to learn that. Yeah, so I just completed chapter 2, and it was about like how you can fix your routine, and what like whatever you are thinking, that will be the reflection to you. Maybe if you are thinking like you are a weak personality, then you will become like that. So if you are yeah, so because according, so there are two steps basically. First is your attitude should be positive, you should think positive, but that is not going to work enough. You have to act accordingly. Otherwise it's just like you are just thinking, you have big visions but you are not working on them, so it's not going to help you. Definitely, yeah, that's the story of the. So tomorrow I'll finish one more chapter, and I think now I'll make consistent. I'll read it consistently for some time. It takes around, if I'm reading chapter wise, then it will take maximum 30 minutes to complete a chapter. And yeah, so that is the story about. That's the update about book reading. And what is new? Is there any other updates? Yeah, so we are in the progress to make, like we are in the process of making progress, and I think we'll make progress. Bro, you are reading a book, attitude is everything, and still you are saying I think. That means you have confusion. Will definitely uh, improve our communication skill. I'll do. I don't know about you if you are watching, and if anyone is watching, I'll definitely fix my communication skill and all, but not about you. I don't know if you are also dedicated, then you will definitely you will achieve whatever you wanted to achieve, and wish you the best. Yeah, guys. So shall we jump to the um, shall we jump to the reading part? I feel like I talk more about some random topic before we jump to the before we jump to the what we jump to the reading part and then speaking and all. So it's great. I do not have any topic to discuss. Maybe if I'll talk more with people, I feel like I should start talking to peoples and connect with more peoples, not in a virtual but in a real world. It's virtual, you just know you connected with someone, you had a discussion, you don't know his or her face, and you are just virtually connecting. That's not going to help you. When you are connecting or meeting someone face to face, the you will see multiple things, you will get to learn multiple things. So always, if you are also a person like me who don't like, or maybe you don't get time, I won't say I am not getting time. That is just a bluff, or you can say just a excuse to say yeah. So if you are a person like me who just sit in the room and just start camera and start laughing or what, I don't know. So change yourself, otherwise things won't be in support to you. Yeah, don't be a don't just live like a don't just exist basically. Yeah, that's the moral of the story. uh, Find the purpose of your life. Even I'm just trying to find Yeah, you also try to find. Okay, so we have discussed nothing. So it would be great if I'll use PRF for the practice purpose. I mean, here I'm using CV, but it is not perfect. Uh, it is interrupting in between, and yeah, that's the biggest problem here. I'm facing in the CV. Like it stops or it interrupts between. Yeah, so it interrupts in between when you are discussing something or when you are explaining something. So that is also a big challenge for me, for you, for me. Yeah. Okay. So now what should I discuss? Yeah. So I'm wearing this T-shirt where it is like a. I just spoke Hindi word. So here it is written like we are venom. So yeah, definitely we all are venom. We all have poison. It could be in form of words. It could be in form of your eyesight. Maybe you are a black magician. You have bad eyesight. Not bad eyesight. We say something different. Yeah. So basically, your words are enough to kill someone. Yeah, that's practically possible. You can kill someone just by words. I'm not a giving tutorial to how. Okay, I mean, I'm not giving you tutorial on like how to kill a person using just using words, but you can kill, I believe, if you want, if you wish. Yep, you can do anything. It's not in a negative way. You can achieve anything. For example, if you want Ferrari, Lamborghini, but you are just dreaming, then it's not going to happen. For example, I'm also the person who is wearing a t-shirt where it is written like daydreamer. So I'm kind of person who is just dreaming and not working on the. But yeah, I started nowadays. I'm just recording myself and seeing whether I'm progressing or not. Like for example, if you see on my channel, I started learning DSA and I'm trying to explain it as a person so that I'll see like whether I'm able to progress it or I'm just sitting and just wasting my time. That is also important. For example, nowadays I'm not getting enough time. Yeah, like once I'll record the video, I have to edit it. So that also take like 13 15 40 30 20 30, 20. I guess 20 minutes is enough now. At the starting I took a little bit more time. Yeah, so that's 20 minutes of time here. And I'm starting my day around 10 o'clock. No, I woke up around 8 o'clock and then I just go to gym. I just go to gym. Is that correct word? No. So yesterday I was, there is a channel. I, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Not if I'm pronouncing it correct. Pronunciation is right or wrong. It's Lingua Marina. So I think her name is Lingua hyphen Marina, but username is Lingua Marina. So I think I watched her videos when I was in college. After that, I haven't watched. And yesterday, I was just checking like why the screen is little uh, it's like little bit of different. Feels like here I'm seeing gray version of me or what? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so I was just checking like how to. It was a topic was or maybe title of video was something like grammar in 1 hour. Yeah, so I feel sometime I'm not good at grammar and simultaneously I need to uh, focus on that. Like I found there was a word like when you to use in and at. For example, you can use in when when it is specific to a big area or region. For example, it could be related to country and it could be related to a city, and you can use at when it is a small place or that is insignificant compared to the larger area. So let me give you some examples here. For example, I'm living in India, or I'm living in which country? Nepal. Yeah, so you can, it could be any country, or maybe I'm living in Delhi, I'm living in Noida. So these are the big cities or big regions where you can use in. But if you are like, for example, let's say another example where we can use at. So like I'll meet you at bus stop, will see you, will catch you at bus stop, maybe will meet you, will talk you later, and will meet you at college or some other place maybe. So you can use at. And there were a few more, I forgot the, I think I need to practice more, then only I'll be able to get it. And when I was talking with that girl at that time, I was continuously writing something. So I have a habit of like I'm just sketching something. So I did, this is stupid. You can see it like black, but it's blue. Here, I'll use little bit of tilted version so you can see. I don't know. I was just sketching because it's very difficult to sit idle, and I always get nervous. I told her again, like, I get nervous. Do you have any idea how to fix it? I think then we diverted the discussion. So yeah, okay. So another one, this one was, and I have confusion where when to use would, when to use should. I feel like when I use would, when if something, and then if something is imaginary, like if I'll succeed in this, maybe if I'll be able to get job, then I'll do something. I would do something. So I know that kind of essence of would, but maybe I need to. So we call it them basically. These are model verbs like would, should, can, might. Okay, these are, I believe. So I just started watching a video, but I haven't found it interesting. So I just dropped the idea of watching a video. I thought maybe in future, and I procrastinated. Uh, so what I do when I don't want to watch some video, simply I say like save to watch later, and I'm not gonna watch it again, definitely, because most of the time I have saved so many LinkedIn posts but never visited them. Like for example, it could be related to any article, it could be related to any post, it could be related to any resource. Yeah, there I have sold hundreds, not sold, I have saved hundreds of resources, but I never used. So I'm expert at gossip. If you see, uh, I just spent 17 minutes without any context or without any topic, just discussed whatever is happening. And yeah, and nowadays I'll tell you, I just want more gossip. So yeah, so like in gym, what I did, yeah, so normally in gym also I'm going and just uh, performing exercises. It is, I think it's a bad word sentence, performing. Let me note down, I'll see what to say. I do exercise, I don't know it's correct. Okay, let me tell you one funny thing. Yesterday when I asked the girl uh, who was willing to pursue bachelor's in computer science. So she when I started with like, what do you do for living? She said, I breathe oxygen, I breathe for living. I said, no, not in that context. I mean, what do you do for, like, whether you are a student, professional, or blah blah blah. So yeah, that was I just told. I don't know whether it is funny or not, but I'm also thinking like next time whenever I'll talk, maybe next week, to someone, but I have to pass which are going to expire within 2 days or 2 or 3, yeah, within 60 hours or 40 hours. So I'll utilize them because it's going to promote your rank, and maybe I'll get few more passes. Okay, so next time I'll say I'm also using it as a dating app, and let me see the reaction, and I'll tell you. Yeah, I can't record videos because I know there are some. There should be some sort of privacy concerns about, like, you don't just look for your content of a funny version, but you also think from others perspective. It's like bad if you are recording someone without their permission, and maybe if you will record someone and even if you are telling them, then they won't be comfortable to talk to you, and it's bad habit. Like in India, most of the people's, what they do, not most of the people's, but many, there are so many examples where they just want to create their content or something, and they don't care about others, but that is, we call zero civic sense. Yeah, So people should be aware of, like, if they are getting technologies, then they uh, should be aware of, or maybe they should teach themselves. So what are their basically what are their boundaries, and what are the limitations of uh, using the internet. And there are some limitations that are not given by government, but you should respect others privacy is a big thing. Okay. Yeah. So shall we jump to the, it's already been 20 minutes and I just completed 20 minutes without any practice. So I think I today also I'm going to spend 1 hour, and it's so let me start screen recording. And here we go. So command shift 5. And guys, if you are watching till here, don't watch. Is it started or not? Is it started and it is correct? Is it correct or incorrect? Man, what is this? Oh, I did mistake. I just paused it. Let me delete it then. Command Shift F5, not F5. It's Command Shift 5. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible. And here, if you see, I'm just trying to solve the problems of array. Interview questions it is written, but here, if you see, I'm using the take you forward. But this is not a class of. It's a class of English, not in class. Basically, I'm just practicing English here, not here, bro. You have to go to AI mode, and here we go. And you can see history here. So hey guys. Okay. Okay, let me tell you one more funny story. When I was in college, in the last year of college, I like the hostel where I was living. So I connected with yeah. So the owner of hostel. So basically, they were taking the lands, or maybe they were taking lands in lease, and then they have opened hostels. So there were so many hostels. They have taken at different places. So the hostel where I was living, there was food related issue. So so you know what I said? I did. I simply dropped a mail, not mail. Basically, I dropped a message on LinkedIn, and it was starting with, "Hey, you guys are not doing this and this. The food is not good. Wi-Fi is not working, and all. And my friends are, you can, yeah, my roommate and my friends uh, started leg pulling because of it. Because the reason was, like, once I dropped a message to her, it was like she posted something and I commented on that, so it was a public, so everyone would know. So after that, the person who, maybe you can say, uh, what to say, I forgot then. And maybe who, what we call, I forgot, the person who is taking care of a hostel, warden, yeah, warden. So hostel warden called me, and uh, so we went to basically we went to her office, not her office, his office. And my friends were also with me. So and that they luckily they cooked good food. And after that, there was another incident. So yeah, so they said, why did you do this? And can you delete your post, it's going to impact negatively and all. So okay, I said okay. And after that, she blocked me. So she was on the honor whom I dropped message, or whom I comment the post where I commented, she blocked me. And also I think she blocked two other people as well. So maybe she thought these people are. But after that, like, after COVID came and everything gone, they stopped their hostel and all, because they they yeah, they faced a lot of loss. What are you saying, bro? They got loss. No, I don't think it's correct. So yeah, so yeah, let me say, like this. So they faced financial loss in the business, and after that they shut down the hostel, and they shifted our luggage, because we went to home in the COVID period, and they were shifted our basically whatever the luggage or whatever the luggage was in the room, they simply shifted at another location. Yeah, that's all the story for today. And but let's jump to the another article, and let me say here, I'm kind of person who is less talking more and not improving. So hey, can you create, let me be serious so that I can go to ICU. Can you create another article? And if you wanted to connect to me, then how you are going to connect? Just drop me message and we'll connect together. No bro, that's not possible because I'm very busy. I'm kind of person who is a big businessman and all. I'm very well a person. So you are okay. Oh, sorry. So let's. I was just. I just. I'm just trying to be funny, but I'm not a funny person. I'm very serious person. Don't take me lightly. You know, I'm very serious person. If anyone is watching till here, I'll suggest you as well to be serious person. Hmm? Got it? Next time be serious. Don't take me lightly or any other person lightly. I'm a kind of person very serious. I'm very serious. Sorry. Okay, let's jump to the topic. It's too much bakwas I did. Okay. You are a truly unstoppable today. Bro, just speak slowly, then you will get it. And you will be able to say word clearly. You are truly unstoppable. This is your seventh article. Let's finish this marathon with a topic that is very relevant to your current mission, the growth mindset. Wow, the topics that they are generating are very good. Like these are I'll say these are the topics that are similar to the positive, and these are sustainable. So it is creating topics that are around the motivation, around the positive aspects, positive attitude and all. So let's go to the meanings and vocabs list. Mindset, this tip, I believe it. I already know whether your mindset is positive, negative. Basically, the established set of attitude held by someone. Okay, persistence means continuing to do something despite difficulties. And for example, I'm making video persistently. Is that correct? Not sure, but yeah. So consistent. Here they have used consistent or not. Something difficulty or oppositions. Okay, invaluable, extremely useful. Oh, invaluable means extremely useful, indispensable, so valuable that you can't put a price on it. Oh, okay, you can't, basically invaluable means you can't uh, put a value on it, of it. Maybe you can't. For example, let me take some example. uh, no, it's political example, so I won't take it. Okay, invaluable means you can't estimate the value of something, so that is priceless, I believe. Invaluable, I thought it's like something that is insignificant or non-valuable. Invaluable means invaluable. Means what? Invaluable means something that is priceless, you can say. You can't compare it with you can't put some price on it. Price can't put a price on it. Okay. Discouraged means uh, some pulling someone down, having lost confidence or enthusiasm, disheartened. Okay, there's okay. For example, if I'm feeling discouraged, then I won't be able to make videos and all. So yeah, but I am not discouraged. I'm very positive person. At least nowadays, when I started this YouTube channel and all, I feel more confident and I can talk to anyone. Yeah, because I have, now I can say, like I can speak for 20 minutes without any content or without any this topic. You have a lot of things. I can still I can uh, speak for 1 hour without any content or without any any script or something. So I can Yeah, so be confident and you will succeed. And I'll wish you, not I'll, who am I to wish you? I'm just a hustler like you. If you are hustling, and if you are more than that, I mean, you have achieved what you wanted to achieve. That's very great, and congratulations to you. Discouraged, embrace means, for example, your manager is embracing you. That means he or she is supporting you, or maybe to accept or support a belief or change willingly and enthusiastically. Maybe you are like, it's a kind of you, if you are embracing, that's also, it's like you are supporting me. It could be in any form. You just watched my video unnecessarily and wasted your time. That is also embrace. Not that is waste of time. Vulnerable means, uh, if you see like someone is vulnerable, that means it could be in many form. For example, if you are a vulnerable person, maybe you can, you believe to people, you trust you trust on people very quickly, and you are a vulnerable person. Maybe someone take advantage of you and all, that's blah blah blah. So exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed either physically or emotionally. So yeah, I was talking about emotionally, and it could be vulnerable to in the sentence in the form of physical. Maybe you are a weak person, in the weak in the sense, I mean, it could be related to your health. You are weak, and maybe there are high chances maybe your kidney is weak, or I don't know, man. I just wanted to say maybe you are weak some sort of using in a physical aspect, and it could be in emotional aspect. So I know, so we got the meaning of mindset. So yeah, mindset: persistence, invaluable, discouraged, embrace, and vulnerable. Okay, let's begin the topic. Article: embracing the growth mindset. Embracing the growth mindset means what? Means the mindset, positive mindset. You are just embracing the growth mindset. And what separates people? Okay, let me today I'll try to learn it or speak it in a proper way. So I'll speak slowly. Yeah, let me start. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. What separates people? What separates people who succeed from those who stay stuck? According to psychologists, the answer, answer often lies in their mindset. Those with a fixed mindset believe that intelligence and talent are traits you are born with it. Born with. In contrast, people with a growth mindset believe that that abilities can be developed through persistence and hard work. When you have a growth mindset, you don't see failure as a reflection of your worth. Instead, you see it as a invaluable feedback. Oh, invaluable feedback. For example, if you struggle to pronounce, okay, a word in English, a growth mindset tell you that your brain is simply in the process of learning. You don't get discouraged, you get curious. Okay, this approach also changes how you view challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks to stay safe, you embrace them because you know they are the only way to improve. You understand that effort is the path to mastery. Even the most fluent speaker once struggled with basic grammar and felt vulnerable when speaking in front of others. By shifting your focus from looking smart to getting better, you unlock your full potential. Every mistake you make today is a stepping stone towards the person you will become tomorrow. The journey of learning a language is long, but with the right mindset, it becomes an exciting adventure rather than a chore. Chore or core? No, chore, I believe. Yeah. So I feel like I need to repeat it. Okay, let me try to, like, this time I'll try to speed up a little bit, so that maybe the fluency will be better. Always I'm getting this. pop up. I'll delete and reinstall Visual Studio Code. Then it will, I think it will fix. Somehow it is not getting permissions to install, and that's why every time I'm getting that pop up. Yeah. So article, embracing the growth mindset. Embracing the growth mindset. What separates people who succeed from those who stay stuck? According to psychologists, the answer often lies in their mindset. Those with a fixed mindset believe that intelligence and talents are traits you are born with. In contrast, people with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed through persistence and hard work. When you have a growth mindset, you don't see failure as a reflection of your growth, your worth. Instead, Instead, you see it as a invaluable feedback. For example, if you struggle to pronounce uh, a word in English, a growth mindset tells you that your brain is simply in the process of learning. You don't get discouraged, you get curious. This approach also changes how you view challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, to stay safe, you embrace them because you know they are the only way to improve. You understand that effort is the path to mastery. Yeah. Even the most fluent speaker once struggled with basic grammar and felt vulnerable when speaking in front of others. Okay, by shifting your focus from looking smart to getting smart, you unlock your full potential. But every mistake you make today is a stepping stone towards the person you will become tomorrow. The journey of learning a language is long, but with the right mindset, it becomes an exciting adventure rather than a chore. Rather than a chore. Maybe you can comment. Okay, let why you will comment it. I'm just going to use technology. Technology, chore pronunciation. Yeah, you also used this. Bro, what is this? Okay, chaw,
Show.
shaw, shaw, shaw,
Chore.
shaw. No, I feel it's chore only. We need to say chore only. Let me see if I can. Bro, it's Facebook video. Really? No problem.
Ch or chore. Chore. Ch like chin and or like more. Chin, more. Chore. What does it mean? Tell me in the comments.
Okay, great. So it's like cho. So let me say it again. Okay. Where is that article, bro? Stewardship means honor. You are taking care of something. It could be data, it could be any form. So yesterday we learned. Uh, yeah, disconnected, well-being, environmental, sustainable. It's stewardship, interconnected, having all constituent parts linked are connected. So we all are interconnected. Yeah. So 38 minutes surpassed. Surpassed. What is the meaning of surpassed? I just said right. Sir, what is the meaning of surpassed in English? Yeah, bro. Surpass. Oh, I think I'm using correct English. So 38 minutes already uh, passed, or maybe I'll say I already spent 39 minutes, but that is one type of English, or maybe one, it's like direct, not direct, indirect tax. Not tax, bro. Indirect tax, direct tax. It's indirect tense, I believe. Yeah, 30 minutes. Okay, let's jump to the another that is reading part, speaking part. So let me say, okay, let me keep it as it is. So it will be, recording will be open only, but you won't see it. And let me jump to the speaking part that is very important. And I felt like I'm making mistakes. So yeah, mistakes are the part of the process of when we are learning something, we definitely make mistake. That's why we are learning, bro. Just be calm and don't be too harsh to yourself. Yeah, remember it. Okay, let me start it. Wait back. Time to start another topic, and where we go. Call. Tyagi. Who is Tyagi, bro? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. So it's like practice to argue. Okay, let me try. I won't be able to argue with someone. So let me see how I'm going to argue. What is arguments bash, right? By mistake means you are you have conflict of interest and you are just discussing or debate. It's kind of hey Arya, what is up? How are you? Just have a good etiquette. Hello. Oh, my bad. I feel like it's not.
Let's focus on a topic for our friendly debate. What would you like to discuss?
Hey, topic is like practice to argue. So can we start it? I'm not sure about it, but yeah, let's practice. Then only I'll get to know how to argue with someone. Because most of the time I feel like I'm unable to argue with someone. So just teach me how to argue with people when you are right and the other person that is in front of you is wrong, and you are confident enough that he or she is wrong. Then how to argue?
I'm sorry to hear that you feel unsure about arguing. It's a skill that takes practice. Let's choose a topic first. How about debating whether technology is good or bad for society? Which side would you like to take?
Before we move to it, so arguments debate, right?
That's right. Arguments in a debate are statements that support your side. You explain your reasons clearly and listen to the other side. Now, would
No,
you
no,
like
no,
to take the
no.
side that
Why
technology
can't
is
we
good
say
or
if
bad
that
for
is
society?
hello? So why can't we say directly like it's we are just debating instead of arguing? So what's the difference between argue and debate?
Great question. A debate is a formal discussion with two sides, while arguing often feels more personal and emotional. Debating is about sharing ideas respectfully. What do you think about that?
No, I still am. I'm not getting it properly. Like how argue is different. Is it more personal? You said, but how it is personal? Like, can you give me some examples where I can differentiate, like whether it is argue or it's argue or it's debate? I know, like if sometimes we say like someone, like for example, if I'm telling to someone don't throw garbage here, maybe they start arguing with me. That is the thing. uh, that's kind of places where we can you start say like argue,
I
don't argue with.
understand. In that example, when someone argues back, it can feel personal because they may get defensive. In a debate, you would discuss why throwing garbage is bad without getting upset. So, it's more about ideas in a debate. Does that help?
Yeah, so you are saying like when we are talking about argue, so it's more about personal opinion, or it's not a formal discussion where peoples are politely discussing with each other. But in case of argue, it's like some sort of small fight. It's like a fight of words. But yeah, it's kind of fight. Maybe one person get offended or some. Yeah, right, like that, right? Speaks.
Exactly, you got it. An argument can feel like a fight with emotions involved, while a debate is more about sharing ideas respectfully. It's about understanding each other. Do you want to practice a debate now? Which side do you choose? Technology is
No,
good or bad
let's
for
practice.
society?
I believe I already already worked upon the debate. There, I know the examples of debate where, for example, we have a topic like whether um, imposing or maybe whether using AI in schools or colleges is good or bad. So that can be a debate where two people's or maybe multiple people's will split into two groups and will
That's a great
debate on it.
example. Debating the use of AI in schools can have strong points on both sides. Would you like to argue that it's good or bad for education?
No, let's stick to argue part. So can we argue on it? Like, yeah, I feel like it's good to have exposure of AI in the schools and colleges, but there should be some sort of limitations and rules and regulations that is very important. Otherwise, it won't. It instead of helping to students, it may. It could be devastating and it could harm the generations, maybe. Yeah, if they will use it in a wrong way, maybe it will impact the uh, you can say soft. Basically the children are like uh, clay. Basically whatever you are teaching, it's going to be lifelong learning, and whatever they are learning, it's very easy to distract them, and they can get distracted, and there are very high chances they might start using uh, smart devices for maybe for yeah,
Oh,
so it
wow.
is
You
stopped
made
in
some
between.
strong points about AI being helpful, but also needing limits. It's true that children are impressionable and can be easily distracted. How would you suggest setting those rules to ensure
No, we are
AI is used safely in schools?
but we are discussing we are practicing to like we are practicing how to argue. So is it the same? Like here we are it's kind of debate, not a argue. So not an argue. So can we stick to the argue part, like how to argue and whether it is argue? So maybe just choose a topic and we'll argue on that. So maybe you are a person who is arguing from another like me. There is an argument between me and you. So argument, yeah. So let's argue on a topic.
Got it. Let's argue then. How about this? I will argue that using AI in schools is bad. You can defend that it's good. Ready? I'll
Yes,
start.
yes, let's
AI
continue.
can
Yeah,
make
that's
students lazy and less creative. Your turn.
no, hold on. There is yeah. So I feel like, yeah, it depends on how they are using. It could be so there are so many repetitive work doesn't need to be repeated, or that's not going to help you in learning. So where we can use AI as a tool, and it will help you to speed up the process. And especially if you are kid, there are many things uh, that can be done with the help of AI. For example, if you have let me complete it in the next conversation, or maybe in, yeah, because you are going to stop in between otherwise.
I'm sorry to hear that you feel interrupted. Your point about using AI as a tool to speed up learning is important. I'd love to hear your examples next time. Would you like to continue our argument later?
No, we'll continue now only. Right now, let's continue. So okay, let me complete it. So I feel maybe when we are teaching kids, or when the teachers are teaching kids like how to write at the starting, or when they don't know how to write, then if they are robots, they can help them, so that the person uh, who is spending their time to teach the kids can work on other stuff, and can maybe they can create lectures, or they can create study materials that is more interactive, and robots can teach them like how to write, and they will help like a mother, or maybe they will help like a teacher. So that's why it might be like it could be helpful to help them to write, and to even there are so many applications of it.
I understand your point now. You believe AI can assist teachers by helping kids learn to write, allowing teachers to focus on creating better materials. That's a strong argument. However, I still think that over reliance on AI could reduce students' motivation to learn. What do you think about that?
No, so that's where we need to think like whether it is whether kids kids needed their uh, kids needs to put their effort, and what are the areas, like, so basically we need to differentiate the different areas, or we need to differentiate the areas. For example, it could be where we can utilize AI and it's not going to impact mentally them, or they will be they will come with more strong arguments, more they will come up with more strong a version of them.
Oh, wow. You're saying we should differentiate where AI can help without negatively impacting students' minds. That's a very thoughtful approach. It's important to find a balance. How do you think schools can create those guidelines for using AI effectively?
Yeah, so it's not a one person or a college's responsibility, it's government and school colleges responsibility. They both can sit together and they can decide policies where, like, they come up with a model where we can utilize AI and what are the areas. So basically they need to differentiate the different areas, whether AI can help and whether it can destroy, or it will impact negatively. So wherever so the areas where it can impact negatively, we need to use the regular process, or we need to use teachers to teach them. And this areas where maybe if you are, let me take an example. For example, if teacher has given them a homework.
I'm sorry to hear that you feel interrupted again. Your idea about collaboration between government, schools, and colleges to create policies for AI is very insightful. I'd love to hear your example when you're ready. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, let's continue. So I was giving an example. For example, let me take example of, like, you suppose they are in a school, there are kids and teacher has given them homework, and they are going to home and they asked chat gpt or any other AI tool, and they, with the help of the tool, basically they asked it to complete their homework or help them to complete their homework. Then it is devastating, it's not going to help them, instead of it's going to make them lazy and they won't learn anything. That is the problem where. But if you are using it as a tool and you basically have a confusion and you use it as a doubt solving, when you tried your best but you aren't able to solve, and you next day you are coming back to school and you said, like, I'm unable to solve this problem, might be your teacher is uh, teacher taught you again, like, you can solve it in this way, but still you are not grabbing it properly. Then if you see, teachers are also uh, human being, and it's very difficult to teach it hundreds of times. Maybe, yeah, it's very difficult.
I understand your point clearly. You believe using AI to complete homework can make students lazy, but using it for help when they're stuck can be beneficial. That's a thoughtful distinction. However, I think students might rely too much on AI for help instead of trying to solve problems themselves. What do you think about that?
Yes, you are right, and there are high chances of uh, basically high chances of utilizing it in a wrong way, or maybe uh, I yeah. So it might be they instead of utilizing it in a proper way, they might misuse. Yeah, misuse. I was missing the word. I forgot the
Oh,
word.
wow, you acknowledge the risks of misusing AI, which is important. It's
Misuse.
all about finding the right balance. How do you think schools can teach students to use AI responsibly while still encouraging their own learning?
Yeah, so it's very important, like when they are in the early age, or when they are younger, then AI should be exposed to them, but in a very constructive way, or in a very constrained way, or you can say they should get the glimpse of it, but they so that they become curious to know more about it. But it's not like they rely on it. They start relying on it, and they start using AI as a uh, cheating machine, or maybe as a lazy tool where they are taking help of it. So that's where uh, comes responsibility of
That's
teacher and
great. You
students,
believe that early
not
exposure to
students.
AI should be constructive and encourage curiosity without leading to reliance. Finding that balance is key. How can teachers create engaging lessons that use AI without allowing students to become overly dependent on it?
Yeah, that's one more point here. So teachers, for example, now instead of like spending uh, hours and hours to create a presentation to teach something in a better way, they can utilize AI. So it's not only going to help students, but it's also going to help teachers so that they can work on other stuff, and they can create beautiful presentations or maybe interactive sessions, and they can teach it in a better way, maybe. Yeah, so that's also a good option, like if they will adopt AI. But yeah, there I already said, like there are some pros and cons of it. Yeah, so accordingly, if they will utilize it, then it's good to use it. I feel like I'm repeating
Oh,
same
wow.
things
You highlight
multiple
that
times.
AI can help teachers create better lessons and save time, which benefits both students and teachers. That's a strong argument for responsible use. Do you think there should be special training for teachers on how to use AI effectively in their classrooms?
Yes, definitely. There should be trainings on like what are the pros and what are the cons, and how there should be training to teach it. There should be trainings uh, organized for teachers so that they can train them like how to use AI, how to use different tools that are available for study or for speed up the process and all. Yeah.
That's great. You believe that training for teachers on the pros and cons of AI is essential for effective use in classrooms. That would help
Effective.
them guide students properly. What kind of training do you think would be most beneficial for teachers?
Okay, we are running out of time, so can we discuss more on it maybe tomorrow, or maybe after this? Uh, Maybe we'll discuss later about it. What do you say?
Sure, I'd love to continue our discussion later.
Yeah,
You shared some great points today. Would you like to confirm if you want to end our conversation for now?
yeah. Let's end the conversation for the time being. And thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye bye. See you again. Why are you making your face like a nervous, stupid person? Don't be like that. Just imagine you are a rich person and you have so much potential and power. Maybe you are like Ambani, and then imagine and then how you will react. Bro, it's one life. Don't be a stupid person. Sorry, my bad. I think screen recording stopped, but let me start again. No problem. I'm here to start it again. Okay, guys, so we have covered the speaking session. Now it's time for listening part. That is very important. Listening. I need to be a good listener before trying to be a good speaker. Okay, so yeah, here we go. 6 minutes of English BBC. 3 days ago. Let's start. Whatever is coming in the top, I'll use that only.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Georgie and we're ready to start, Phil. Phil?
Sorry, Georgie. I was just catching 40 winks, getting some shut eye, dozing, taking a nap. I was sleeping.
Sleeping at work.
Don't you?
Phil? Phil?
Sorry, Georgie. I was just catching 40 winks, getting some shut eye, dozing, taking a nap. I was sleeping.
Sleeping at work. Phil, how could you?
I know. Sorry, I didn't sleep well last night.
I'll forgive you this time, but make sure you go to bed early tonight because getting a good night's sleep is incredibly important. For example, did you know that people who get enough sleep live about 5 years longer than people who don't?
Wow. So a good night's sleep can lengthen your life. In this program, we'll be finding out more about the benefits of sleep and, as usual, learning some useful new vocabulary as well.
But first, now that you've woken up, I have a question for you. Do you know how much of the average person's life is spent asleep? Is it A, a half, B, a quarter, or C, a third?
I think we spend about a third of our lives sleeping.
Okay, well, I'll reveal the correct answer at the end of the program. The question of why humans sleep is not easy to answer. In terms of evolution, why would it make sense to go unconscious every night, leaving yourself vulnerable to danger? It can only mean that the benefits gained from sleep are huge. Here, science journalist Ginny Smith explains some of these benefits to BBC Radio 4 programme Inside Science.
So we've probably all experienced this, that if you've had a bad night's sleep and then you try and do some work, you just can't concentrate. Your brain isn't in the right state to take in new information. But we also need to sleep after we've learnt new things, because that's when our brain consolidates the information, takes it from short-term storage to long-term storage, fits it in with other things we already know. That old adage of if you've got a problem, sleep on it. Your brain does actually work on things during the night, and you can often wake up and have solved the problem in your sleep. Does it with us?
It's easy to answer of the program.
Of our lives sleeping.
Okay, well, I'll reveal the correct answer at the end of the program. The question of why humans sleep is not easy to answer. In terms of evolution, why would it make sense to go unconscious every night, leaving yourself vulnerable to danger? It can only mean that the benefits gained from sleep are huge. Here, science journalist Ginny Smith explains some of these benefits to BBC Radio 4 programme Inside Science.
So we've probably all experienced this, that if you've had a bad night's sleep and then you try and do some work, you just can't concentrate. Your brain isn't in the right state to take in new information. But we also need to sleep after we've learnt new things, because that's when our brain consolidates the information, takes it from short-term storage to long-term storage, fits it in with other things we already know. That old adage of if you've got a problem, sleep on it. Your brain does actually work on things during the night, and you can often wake up and have solved the problem in your sleep.
When we sleep, our brains refresh, leaving us feeling rested in the morning. But after a bad night's sleep, it's more difficult to concentrate. We can't take in or understand new information.
We also have the saying, if you've got a problem, sleep on it. To sleep on it means to delay making a decision until you've had time to think about it. But that also turns out to be true scientifically speaking. During sleep, your brain really can work out problems and find solutions.
But what about the other side of the story? What happens when you get too little sleep or none at all? Here's Ginny Smith again, talking to BBC Radio 4 programme Inside Science.
Sleep deprivation is a form of stress, and we know that when you are stressed, your sort of fight or flight response is activated, and that causes all these changes in your body that focus on immediate survival over long-term health. But if we are chronically stressed, money worries or a stressful job or something that's going on forever, or life
in general,
chronic sleep deprivation that's causing that level of stress, then you might constantly have a damped down immune system, which can then lead to all these knock-on problems.
Having none or too little of something important is known as deprivation. Sleep deprivation is stressful for the body, so stressful that it activates a fight or flight response. Changes in the human body in response to a life-threatening situation, which make us either stay and fight the threat or run away from it.
As well as a fight or flight response, the stress of not getting enough sleep over a longer period also creates problems, including heart disease and a weakened immune system. Lack of sleep has these knock-on effects. It causes other things to happen, but not directly.
Now do you see why it's so important to get a good night's sleep, Phil? Plus, it will stop you sleeping at work again. Right, I think it's time to reveal the answer to my question.
Yes, you asked me how much of the average person's life is spent asleep, and I said it was about a third.
Which was the correct answer. Assuming you sleep 8 hours a day, the average person will sleep for 229,961 hours in their lifetime, or around 1/3 of their life. Okay, let's recap the vocabulary we've learned, starting with the phrases catch 40 winks, get some shut-eye, doze, and take a nap. all of which mean to sleep.
When someone takes in information, they understand it.
If you have a problem and you sleep on it, you delay making a decision until you've had time to think about it.
Deprivation is an absence or too little of something important, such as food or sleep.
The fight or flight response describes changes in the human body in response to a dangerous situation, which make us either stay and fight the threat or run away from it.
And finally, if something has a knock-on effect, it causes other results indirectly. Once again, our 6 minutes are up, but remember to join us again next time for
Actually, to be
more
honest,
trending
like, today
topics
I wasn't
and
able
useful
to
vocabulary
concentrate.
here at 6 Minute English. Goodbye for now.
And the reason for that is like I can hear noise outside. Someone is like, maybe my landlord is talking to someone, so I wasn't able to focus it properly. Maybe I need to watch it again, maybe offline. Otherwise, I will waste your time as well. So yeah, so that's all for the day, and it's not over yet. The story is still continuing, and we are going to come up tomorrow with more energy, more positive, and yeah. Till then, bye bye. Stay tuned, and wish you all very happy learning, and let's keep grinding. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.